All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here, and we are ready to get this thing underway. We're going to be speaking with Zemektrum. We're going to keep the intro quick as we just have a couple of minutes before puck drop. We are here with Parker, who's going to be my analyst tonight, and we are just ultimately ready to begin calling this one. Parker could not make last game as he was in Toronto, I believe, at the Blue Jays game. How was that for you?
Well, that was really good. The environment was pretty crazy. That was $2,650 later. But the atmosphere is crazy. Even though we did lose like 5-1, we still got to see Shohei not hit anything. So that was worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Zemektrum, now that you are here with us, and you're going to be playing tonight. We know that you play for Philadelphia. What is going to be the key for Philadelphia to take over this series entirely and close it out? What do you think the key is going to be?
I think shutting down Derek and Wayne is the biggest issue right now. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on with Maddie. And I think Ollie will be there to score goals, and Vidi is just going to do as usual. That's my
A-
biggest concerns. If we
Absolutely,
don't,
and
yeah.
your goaltender, and actually all goaltending play has not been excellent in this series. What do you think is going to be the key to get your goaltender to rise to the occasion and ensure that Derek and Wayne cannot come back in this series?
Um, I don't know. We have Trixie tonight, so we're gonna try and help him guard. I'm gonna try and guard him as good as I can, and not let him face as many slap shots from Wayne. But
Absolutely, Parker. You are a an amazing goaltender. We just have a question to you about goaltending and the psychology of goaltending. Whenever you're playing against a player like Derek, and you know that Derek and Wayne even, and you know that you have a pretty good defense in front of you in Camlin. What is going to be the key to remain calm and trusting your defense in front of you? What is the key psychologically to maintaining that kind of balance?
I
I
think
think
you just gotta.
knowing who we're oh, sorry.
Was that directed at me? I think it
Yeah,
was
that was
directed at me.
directed to
Sorry.
you, Parker.
Oh, sorry, sorry.
It's okay, Camlin. You just don't want to look at your defenders too much. You want to focus on the puck. You don't want to focus on anything around you except the opposing players. Because if you focus on your own defense and where they are, you're gonna get caught up, and then boom, there's a goal. You got to be super focused on that puck and where the offenders are, and not where your defenders are, to keep yourself locked in.
Absolutely, and good luck to you, Zemectrum. We're gonna be going ahead and calling puck drop now, Zemectrum. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right, Parker. We are absolutely ready to get this thing going here. Absolutely ready to get this thing underway as we are just a minute away from puck drop once again. It's going to be the Philadelphia Flyers here at home as the Red Wings are going to be coming on the road, playing in a playing in the Philly Stadium here. Parker, what do you think is going to be the key defensively to stop this team
I
from
think defensively they just can't pinch. You gotta
Philadelphia?
stay back and stay safe. Sorry.
I was asking you what the key for Philadelphia is
Yeah.
going to be to slow down Wayne.
Okay. Sorry. I heard wrong team. I think to slow them down, you just can't pinch. You gotta wait and you gotta play it out because these guys are really good. You've seen it. You have Arnlet here. I think I'm talking about the wrong team. Sorry. Sorry. You just can't pinch. These guys are really good. They know how to pass. They know how to deke. You got everything in front of you. You just can't waste your time. You can't pre-check. You can't do anything. You just gotta play time. You gotta stay safe.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that Camlin would probably agree with you on that. 2 minute timeout has been called. As
Camlin's still here.
yeah, Camlin is still here.
You don't need to
Cam,
leave. We just thought you would.
Uh, I mean, we don't really have a
Are you
team
in the
VC,
net?
so
he doesn't really have a team BC apparently. Wow.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess his video doesn't talk. Yeah, I don't think it would matter then.
Huh.
Wait, are you in the net then, Cam? Or are you
No,
defense?
Sticky is. I thought Trixie was going to
Okay.
be, but Sticky ended up showing up.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard you say Trixie, but I
Well, I
didn't
guess
see
while we're
Trix.
on that topic, Parker, what do you think about Sticky Bandits' play here against this great Red Wings team?
I've been keeping the stats. You've seen it before. I don't like Sticky's odds right now. He looks really shaken up here. He's not doing as well as you'd think you'd want him to be. He has. Let me look. In 3 games, he's faced 31 shots and has a .67. How do you manage that in a playoff environment with 6 goals against? It's really bad in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think there's a way to say that it is good, and the defense has not been bad either. He's faced a little over 30 shots in all of these games. That is not bad defense at all. So, um, you know, he's facing about 10 shots a game, and he's allowing way too many goals. So, I think that 10 to 15 shots, I believe, Parker, if I'm wrong, correct me because you're the number guy. It's about
Yeah, he
10 to
faces
15 to 20 shots a game, which is not terrible.
it's 10.33. I averaged it.
10.33.
Yeah.
So the goaltending has not been great. So we are definitely going to see if he can get it together here tonight. The defense has not been bad. The offense has not been bad. This is a tied series. And coming into this game, whoever can win this one, it could decide the series entirely. Yet we know how hard it is to close out a game 4. We will see what the Red Wings can do.
Sorry. That was great.
All right. Camlin, thank you. Thank you, Camlin. As we are underway here, as Philadelphia was able to win that one. Coming on in now, here comes Vinny, taking off of his stick, there by Kyle. Here is Derek now. Derek drops one back now to Pablo. This one over one-timer chance, saved me by Sticky Bandit again. The rebound was right there. As Vinny able to recover that. He sends one up. Here's Ali. Ali now twirls. Shakes loose of the first defenseman. Ornlid unable to keep up. Drops one back down. Here's Matthew G. Jitty fires in the slot. Save there. Save made right there by Vin. Caught me a little off guard. Volume. Here comes Ali. Sending one up now. Here's Viddy. Viddy now moving in. Tries to chip over Kyle. Unsuccessful. Here is Matthew G. Sends one over now to Camlin. Camlin sends one up. Shadow Viddy is right there with it. Here's Derek. Derek now looking. Sending one up. Matthew G takes that one away. He clears his own. Here's Ornlid. Sends one back now to Derek. Here's Mr. Wings. Sends one over. Ali is there. As Matthew G has one right there. So far, a bit of a struggle inside of the neutral zone. As neither team will be able to get much offensive zone possession time. 3 minutes into this. Here's Viddy. Kyle right there. Here's Derek. Derek now close side boards. He's looking. He's going over now to Matthew G. Here's Derek. Now back to Pablo, who lost it. Here's Ornlid. Pablo with it there. He's on the far side boards. Cutting inside. Tries to send one over. Here's Derek now. He's going back down to Pablo as he fires and a save made by Sticky Bandit with the glove. That was a nice save, wasn't it?
That was a pretty good save. I'll give him that. Far range.
Yeah. Derek. Face off. Wayne shoots. Save made by Sticky Bandit right there with the pad. And so far, if that isn't the smell of playoff hockey, it's what the... Here's Viddy. Sends one up now to Ali. Derek. Bleb, you can just join the VC. Here's Derek now, close side boards. He's looking, tries to cut inside. Ali is there. As he twirls, sends one up. Viddy takes it as now here is Wings. Gets around the first man as he sends one up to Derek. Drops him back down to Pablo. Now back to Derek. He cuts inside. Back to Pablo who fires and save made right there with the pad. Viddy. Here is Ali. Burrows sends one over now to Viddy. He cuts inside looking to fire. Derek able to take that one away. 2 minutes 25 left to go in this first period. He sends one over now to Wayne. Wayne now sends one up. Here's Ali. Here is Viddy. Viddy now sends one back down to Ali, who throws back up to Viddy, who fires. And that one almost was an own goal. Is Viddy now in front? Fire save right there by Finn with the glove. As that was a good one. Ornlid with the puck there. Sends one up now to Derek. Here's Matty G. Sends one over. Now here's Viddy. If there's audio issues, please do let me know in the chat. Here's Ali. Sends one back now to Viddy. Back to Ali, who twirls. Mr. Wings able to take it away. This one over now to Derek. And back to Pablo. Offside has been called. Parker, if you're noticing anything, that should be improved.
I think to be improved, I think it's just the nerves, Everyone looks a little shaky right now, but that's what you get when you're in a game 5. In my opinion, game 5 is probably one of the most stressful games because if you lose, the other team, wow, mid talk. Sorry. Anyways, if you lose the game, you're down, you need to get another win. You need to win 2 in a row. But if you win, you're right there on the doorstep. I think it's a really underlooked game in a series, I think you need to just control your nerves right now, and you just need to play like you've been playing with your muscle memory. I think that's the whole key right now.
Here's Derek. Now Pablo with it. Turn your mic up.
The play was offside.
I can't. This is as loud as my mic will go. I wish that I had a different microphone, but unfortunately this is what you guys are going to work with. This is exactly why I am turning the desktop audio down, so please do let me know if it is better now. Fires and scores. Wayne, 1-1.
Thank you. That's a weak goal.
I don't think I actually have to turn down my headset audio. I think it's the desktop audio.
You sound good.
Okay. Here's Matthew G. Sending one over now. Ornlid able to take it away. Here's Ali. He's sending one up. Kyle. Here's Matthew G. Sends one over now to Camlin. Sends one back up to Kyle. Or Ali. Here's Vidi now. Sends one back down to Ali. Ornlid. Here's Derek now to the sideboards. He jumps over the first man, gets around him. He has all kinds of time and space. Fires and oh no! I for sure thought that was gonna go in, but no, it goes up the post. As Matthew G has it now. Here's Vidi. Nice seam pass up there to Matthew G. Here's Vidi. Decides to send one in. He's been doing this forever, and it has not worked once. Here's Onlid. 10 seconds left to go in this first period as a 2-on-1 develops here for the Red Wings. Sends one over. One-timer scores with 7 seconds left. What a goal and pass right there by Derek. Really good job generating that 2-on-1. Parker, what do you think went into that?
It's a great pass, great setup, great slap shot by Wayne. You got to give it to him. That's a beauty shot. But for Sticky, he just looks deep in his crease. Both goals have been, looked very bad, For that first goal, he could have been down, but he's staying up. He's sitting in the same spot for some reason. He's not going down. I noticed that. But with the second goal, there goes Camlin. For the second goal, not majorly his fault, great shot through traffic. But again, he's still deep in his crease. He's not reacting to the plays like you should. He's just not looking complete right now. And I don't want to say it, but he might be falling out of the top 3 goalies category. I don't want to say it, but he's looking worse and worse by the season.
As already, he's faced 9 shots in just that first period. Been with 3 shots on his net. The only goal that he's allowed has been a high danger chance, so has not been great defensively. Here is Derek. But like you said, it's a game 5. One of the most critical games because, as you said, you go up 3-1, you go up 3-2. Now you have what feels to be a huge psychological advantage over the other team. And, you lose this game, then you have to win 2 in a row. Here's Derek. This one over. One-timer chance saved by Sticky Bandit. As that one was about to go right into the corner. Here is Derek. Sends one over now to Wayne, who fires. Save made by Sticky Bandit again with the glove. Really good job, but defense has to tighten up. Unable to win the face-off again. Back to Derek now. Fires! Scores! No! Didn't go in! Save made by Sticky Bandit right there! Incredible. As I for sure thought that was going to go in. It just went right off the post. No, it did not. As here comes Vidi. He has time and space. Cutting inside. Fires! Off the crossbar. Didn't go. Here's Arlen. Since went over now, Ali. Able to intercept. Back up to Vidi. Fires! Saved by him with the glove. Really good shot right there by both of these teams. High danger chances already coming out in this second period. Lots of pace. Here's Vidi. Since went over. Cross eye speed. Here's Ali. Centering pass. Kyle. Here's Wayne. Wayne now with it. He's looking. Since went over now to Derek. Seam pass. He's unable to get it off his stick. Here's Matthew G. Orland with it there. Sends one over now to Derek. Derek now has it. He sends one up and loses possession. Here's Matthew G. Vitti. Okay. Dude. Here's Vitti. Kyle now with it. Here's Matthew G. Sends one back now to Camlin. Back up down to Vitti. Vitti now sends one up. Excellent pass over to Ali, who fires. Save with the right pad by Vin. As Kyle with it now. Sends one up. Here's Derek. He's able to get past the first man, jumps over the second guy, and scores.
What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing, Sticky? This is a repeat of last season. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, some dude chipped. I think it was jump out. Jump out chipped in front of him. He dived out, completely missed. Same thing.
Yeah, it's in the playoff video.
Yeah.
Here's
What are we
Vitti.
doing?
Sends one over. Here's Orland. Orland with it now. He sends one up. Here is Derek. Derek now back to Wayne. Wayne now. Back to Derek. Back to Wayne, who fires. Save made by Sticky Bandit. Now here's Matthew G. Is it Sticky Bandit?
Should be.
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah?
Thought they changed it. Because I saw Mudita. I didn't know who that was. Here's Vitti.
No.
Here's Matthew G. Stepping inside. Over to Ali, who fires and scores! Making this one a bit more competitive. 3-2. Red Wings still in the lead. Here's Vitti. Chips one in. Here's Kyle. Who sends one over? Here is Arlen. Sends one over now to Wayne. Wayne now back up here to Derek. Derek now on the far side boards. Sends one back over. Who fires and scores? Sticky Bandit stuck in his crease, unable to slide over. And that is another goal. Here's Vitti. Ali with it, who twirls. He's been clutch this series. Here's Wayne. Here's Matthew G. Who sends one up, and that will be icing here on Philadelphia. So far, this game has been a bit slower compared to some of the RHL games that we've called together, Parker. Mr. Sticky Bandit has not been great. As you said, he's facing about, 11 shots a game. The majority of those are going in. That has to stop. There's Kyle.
It has to stop.
Sends one up. Nice passing right there. He fires. Blocked in front. Here's Matthew G. Sends one out to Ali. Ali now. Sends one over here to Vitti, who fires up the crossbar. Here's Arlen. Here is Vitti. This is one down to Ali, who fires again. Ali getting a lot of chances so far. He's been clutch this series. Vitti hasn't really done a whole lot this game. Here's Vitti in front. As I say that, he scores.
You just announcer's curse. That's perfect.
Wow. And that is what we do here on Ridge.
Perfect.
Here is Vitti. We've done that to Parker a few times. But we'll say that Parker, oh, he's not playing very well. And then,
Jesus.
oh, well, he's going to allow a goal eventually. And then he allows a goal in the very next shot. It's happened before. It's a real thing. Mr. Sticky Bandit sends that one back out. Here's Derek. Vitti has it there. This one to the side. Arlen. Back now to Pablo. Here's Derek on the breakaway. Fires. Save made by Sticky Bandit. Here's Vitti. 10 seconds left to go in the second period. Here comes Vitti. Sends one over now to Derek. who just throws it on net. Does not reach the net. Second period action has ended. We're coming into the third period. Mr. Sticky Bandit has faced 18 shots this game. Vin has faced 10. So, that's about all you really need to know about how this game has gone. And despite this, the game is still very close. Which is impressive. Here's Viddy. Ali now with it. Sends one over now to Viddy, who cuts inside. Back to Ali. Here's Viddy. Back now to Matthew G. Oh my god. If you're Matthew G, jump in the play and fire it on the net right there. Here's Kyle. Here's Derek. Here is Viddy. Here's Mr. Wings, who sends one up. Derek able to control it. Sends one over now. Excellent cross-ice pass right there. Fires and scores! His third goal of the game. He's had a goal every period, has he not?
I think he has.
Here's Derek. Sends one over, fires right there, rebound and scores. Oh, with 4 minutes left to go, this is now a 3-goal game. Here's Wade. Now over to Derek. Fires off the crossbar in front. Save by Sticky Bandit. Derek is right there with it again. Sends one over now. Here's Paulo. Now back to Derek, who fires and scores. Here's Kyle. Sends one over now to Derek. Sends one over now to Pablo, who fires. Save made by Sticky Bandit with the glove. 7-3 ball. Or 7-3 hockey game, even. Full game. Hockey game. Here's Kyle. Here is Derek, who's on the far side boards, and he sends one up. Here's Viddy. Here's Kyle. Here's Wings. Swirls. Derek. Now back to Pablo, who lost the puck. Intercepted there by him. Pablo leaves his zone. Waiting on someone to get it to. Fires. Save made by Sticky Bandit. Here is Pablo again, who fires. Save was made. Here's Camlin. Viddy now. Matty G. Here is Derek. Comes on up. Here's Camlin. Poke check by Pablo. Here is Camlin. Sending one up. Now here's Viddy. Here's Derek. Derek with time and space. Sends one up now to Derek once again. Here's Pablo. Goes behind the net, who tries to dig past Matty G. Unsuccessful. Here is Viddy, who's trying to get his team a goal. Kyle takes it away and sends it back over. Here's Camlin. Sends one up. Here's Derek now. Back over to Pablo, who's on the far side boards. This is what I'm now to Derek. Derek now has it taken off his stick by Camlin. Here's Viddy. Breakaway! Save made by Vin right there with the blocker. Here is Derek. Sends one up. Camlin takes it away. Matty G now. Here is Kyle. Pablo takes it away. Here's Ornlid. Here's Camlin. Biddy now. Kyle. Here's Pablo again. Here's Derek. Now it's Camlin. Here's Kyle. Sends one up to Derek, who's trying to get himself another goal. And he will not. Here's Camlin. Let's that one go.
Icing.
Icing has been called. Really just banned Tornado.
I haven't seen what he was doing.
That's the most entertaining thing that's happened all night.
Oh, and broken face off.
Orals.
Wait.
Right there.
Is Detroit shorthanded?
Here's Camlin. Fires. Saved it by Vim with the glove. That tornado banning is the most interesting this game has been. That is.
This game has been a blowout.
Yeah, this
is
game has been
terrible.
boring, slow, and a complete blowout. Here's Derek. Adding G, 10 seconds left to go before this shit show's over. Ready?
Okay, yeah.
Here's Kyle, and game over.
What a game, what a game.
Sure was into that one.
That was sad. Dude. If Philly keeps Sticky in the net, they're going to lose.
Yeah, I know. It's not even.
It's terrible. I said it before the game. I'm like, he's not playing well. I don't know what he's doing. It's just not. It's not working. I don't know what's wrong with him. From what I've seen, he just doesn't have the positioning. Especially when they stay in the zone for more than 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Whenever they shoot, he's not in the right spot. He's just off-centered, and it kills him every time. Every shot that's been come into the zone and just shoot from the slot, he's gotten. But it's every time they actually move around, he doesn't get it at all. That and rebounds, he's not good on rebounds.
Yeah, you mean the most important thing that a goaltender should be good at, he's not good at?
He just doesn't have it.
Yeah.
If you see Vin, he's positioning well. He's sitting in the right spot. That's how he's getting all those saves. But you have Sticky here. He's just moving all over the place, and he's diving for pucks. It's not working. They gotta switch him out. He literally faked a retirement to play on Philly, and he's gonna be the death of Philly right now.
Yeah.
That's the funny part. I just don't get it. I don't think he's top 3 goalie anymore. I think he's slowly falling off now. It's very apparent now that people are watching. It's really bad.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
Playoff Vin's still really good. He still lets in the weak ones, but again, you still gotta let in some. You can't block all of them. But for Sticky,
the majority of his shots are going to be saved.
Yeah, and then Sticky just lets in all quality of shots. What he let in that one under the.
How we doing,
pad
boys? How we doing, boys?
There's Wayne.
There he is. How's it going?
It is going awesome, riding high.
That was
3
boring.
goals, 3 assists from the Wayne train against a very stacked Philadelphia lineup with laggy server. Proven that with a full lineup, we can punch it into that Detroit team.
Absolutely.
3-2. We plan on ending it tomorrow.
What do you think about Sticky's play?
Horrible.
Yeah.
If you want.
Yep, about all we expected.
That's about.
If you want,
that's about it.
I mean,
yeah.
Man to man, horrible. But to the media, I think he's been struggling. Here, let me do it in my media voice. I think he's been struggling in this series, no doubt. I think that pressure riding high is really getting to him, and with the 4 duo, Wayne and Derek, I mean, it's going to be hard for any goalie to have some issues with, and Sticky just not coming up to the height. There's my media voice. How's that?
Yeah, I think it's a bit better. a little bit more media friendly, a bit more consumerist friendly. Hello to the 5 people that are watching now.
I told my
good.
teammates to tune in.
Okay, good thing that you guys missed the last one because it was super boring.
It was a blowout. We would like to thank you guys for coming here before we go to this game, which could be better. New York came into this playoffs as the 3 seed.
I'll
Is
be back.
now came into the series as the 3 seed under Philadelphia and Montreal respectively, is now leading 3-1, 3-0 at a point to Montreal, who Montreal, if you may as well came in, if anyone's in the RHL or active in the community, they know Montreal was quite the cocky bunch going into this, and now they are getting socked in the mouth. Braden 5 has not been showing up like Extreme wanted him to. I remember, I said during the season, I said, Extreme, I talked to the man to man, I said, Extreme, trading Braden 5, trading 6 extra, this was when Kyle was suspended, Parker. Trading Kyle for 6 extra games of Braden 5 is not the play, because Braden 5's not even going to show, because he's a blue-collar working man hanging concrete for his dad's business. Whereas when Kyle comes back, he's going to continue to be that MVP runner-up. Extreme said, you don't know what you're talking about. Braden 5 is going to do big things for us. Braden 5 has done one big thing, and that is sell his brains out for this New York team, and they're playing a 6v4 out there. Braden 5, I think, has 1 goal in the past 3 games as their second forward behind Extreme.
Yeah.
Now Montreal is going to seek for a desperation game. No team in RHL has gone back from down 3-0. There's been a few 3-1s. You saw finals last year. Vidi, LeBron came back from down 3-1. But never a 3-0 to my knowledge as a member of the RHL Historian Society. Parker, you're a New York player. How do you feel having Montreal's back against the wall, threatening elimination, and trying to get this done?
And you're playing, and you are in that. You know, Extreme might go
Yes.
Extreme mode, and it could be over. You know what I mean?
Extreme has been going Extreme mode this whole series. They're down 3-1.
You know,
what is your thoughts?
I'm pretty nervous myself. You know, I haven't played and I've been pretty inconsistent in terms of showing up to my games. You know, I've only played 2 games out of the 4 right now, but you know, I think I'm confident in my team. We only lost in overtime yesterday, and I think we're missing 2 starters. So, you know, I'm not too worried, but again, I am also worried about my own play. I'm also nervous for how our team's going to perform under pressure. Again, we're up 3-1. I'm very nervous, but at the same time, I think I got to be confident in myself, and I got to make sure that my team plays as well as they can, and I can do the best I can as a captain to make sure my team is up to standard to what I want to be.
All right. Good luck to you, Parker.
Thank you.
Parker, I wish you great luck, and I really hope you knock out Montreal here, because when Philadelphia hits the finals, I want a very easy matchup. So thank you for really taking this New York team far. You haven't shown up much, but they are very good without you. Parker, I wish you luck. You're getting ready to start. You're gonna let in goals. 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 You're gonna let in goals.
I'll show you in the finals.
You're gonna let in goals.
You're gonna let in a lot of goals. Did you hear what I said?
A lot of goals.
Did you hear what I said?
Boys.
I said that he was a bit better without Parker.
They have been playing better without Parker. Parker, if you guys don't know, was crashing out in captain's chat because ADJ cut Milton and Richie without his permission while he was on vacation before the playoffs.
Bleb says I'm going extreme mode right now. So, Bleb, if you want to join the VC and go extreme mode, I think that would be great.
Timeout called by Timeout called by ADJ. I am gonna go pee. Kia, if you'd like to give your rundown, you've been commentating this stream. I personally haven't. Give the viewers what they would like to see.
All right.
I'll be back.
Fellas, I get that the last game was super boring, and I get that the commentary was super boring last game, but of course we're going to come out here and we're going to do our best to ensure that you guys have the best commentary possible. Ridge Rumble is going to be right around the corner as soon as the season is over, so Bleb says, you guys got this. I got nothing to add. That's all good. Bleb, if you would like to show your support for Ridge, just type in Extreme mode in chat 3 different times, because Extreme has been going Extreme mode, scoring no goals, really, and doing absolutely nothing other than passing it to the other team, which is good. Which makes good TV. To show your support for Extreme, type in Extreme mode in the chat. Type in hashtag Extreme mode so you can get Twitch subs. We were going to apply for affiliate. We could get subs to people who just want to subscribe, and then maybe see if we could do anything more with it. Everyone, like I said, you were going to apply, but you hate money. Yeah, I hate money. I hate it. For the people who want to be supportive for Extreme, just again, like I said, type in Extreme mode, and Extreme will go Extreme mode this game. We're excited here on Ridge. I was going to apply for Twitch affiliate, but I hate money, and also Joey Decord told me to hate money, so here we are. Patty now with it. Extreme already loses the puck. Here's Poop with it right now. Sends it over. God, he corrects his mistake. Braden 5. Sends it over now to Extreme. Extreme now cutting inside. Here's ADJ, who is on an alt account. Here's remaining YouTube. He sends one up. In front, ADJ fires! Save made by Kevy. He was exceptional in the last game. ADJ sends one back up. Fires, scores! Second shot of the game for Kevy. Goes in right underneath the crossbar. Extreme with it. Extreme has been going Extreme mode as he loses the puck right there. Here's ADJ, who sends one back to Poo Poo, fires, and he tried to go to the top right corner again. Here's Poop now, Patty with it there. Here is Super Sunny. Here is Clips. I don't know, I just saw Clips avatar. Here's Extreme, who fires, and it goes off the crossbar. Extreme, we know
Extreme mode hitting the crossbar.
We know that Extreme is been going Extreme mode over these past few games. Is Extreme mid Extreme. Here is Camlin as they score.
Hello, Camlin. Welcome to the stream. Right now, there is not much to be bragging about. Allie, if you keep spamming, I'm gonna have to time you out, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna get muted.
Wait, where's he spamming at?
I don't know.
You're spamming at Matty G to stop playing offense in the series against Detroit.
Wait, where'd he?
Yeah, it's
Where'd
in the
he say
Twitch
that?
chat right now.
Here's AJ.
Allie,
Worlds.
feel free to ping him as much as you want in Discord General. I have no control over that.
As he... Yeah, just don't do it on our chat. Here's Braden 5. He sends one over Extreme now, going Extreme mode as he gains his own. He turns on the turbo boost and loses the puck.
I forgot there was another game.
That's what Extreme does best. He loses the puck. Here's Patty. Braden 5. Here's ADJ. I am sick. Here's ADJ.
Yeah,
Extreme-
sadly, there's a bug going around in Ridge headquarters. Me and
Yeah.
Kia are both sick,
Yeah.
so we
There's
apologize for the
a little flu.
vocal errors.
Yeah, a little bit.
I
of
can't
a
even
flu,
show
but
tomorrow,
still.
anyways.
Good. That makes me feel a lot better.
Here's Super Sonny. Sends it over now to Poop, but Extreme went Extreme mode and took it away. Here is Poop. Extreme with it again. Sends it back now to Braden 5. Braden 5 now back with Sonny. Here's Extreme. Comes back up to Braden 5. Extreme in front. Save by Parker right there. Really nice jump there
Extreme
by
mode.
Parker to go
Shooting
across.
it at the goalie's chest is one of the crucial rules of Extreme mode.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And the second one is to not play defense. Oh yeah.
It
See,
seems-
Bleb just admitted to it. He said, "I got the guys at Ridge headquarters sick with all my coughing." I knew it was him.
Webb was sick. Yeah, he was like Rudy Gobert in the playoffs, just touching everything.
He's on the far side board. Sends it over now to Patty. Here's Extreme looking to shoot it. Here's Boop.
He goes by Extreme mode, I believe. And Fly seems to have not gotten better at offense. All right, here, allow me to take this away. Montreal down 3-0. It's not the end of the first period. This entire Montreal team seems to be going Extreme mode right now. Reminder, they're the second seed team. They were spamming for weeks on end during the regular season. All of this for a Philadelphia Montreal finals. And now they are losing to the third seed.
And that one just barely goes
By
wide.
a lot.
By here's Boop. Right there. It seems as if they maybe ignited some kind of fire underneath the ass of the New York Islanders. Here's Poop now. Extreme takes it away. Let's put over down to Braden 5. Braden 5 now, far side boards. Here is ADJ. Braden 5 now with it. Sends one up to Extreme. Extreme goes Extreme mode and chips over. And then loses the puck. Here's Braden 5. Braden 5 turns it over. Here's ADJ. Sends it back up to Poop. He's looking. Nice move there by Poop to put the brakes on him. Cuts inside. Kevy pokes it off his stick.
Why is Kevy in that?
I don't know. Here's Braden 5. ADJ sends one over. Now here's Poop. Sends one over. Now here's ADJ taking off his stick there by Patty. Sends one over to Gotti. Heat Nuggets finals instead of Lakers Celtics. Here's ADJ firing. It's saved by Kevy. Thank you everyone who is tuning in right now. We have 10 people watching. A lot of the people who were in the last game are coming over to watch now, so we do appreciate that to you guys. Extreme has got Extreme mode with about 5 turnovers and 1 shot on net. Incredible job there by Extreme.
I'm sorry, but Montreal just looks horrible. Right now.
They suck.
Montreal makes New York look like the greatest team of all time.
Look at the away stats. One shot faced, 1 save for Parker.
Parker with a shutout right now.
Here's Braden 5, far side boards. Wayne, you need to save us. ADJ can't come. Since when I thought Braden 5 on the crossbar. ADJ with it. Here is Clips. We'll back now up to ADJ. Excellent stick handling there by ADJ. Mini Wayne is what they call him. He's moving and shooting and saved by Kevy. People call him Mini Wayne for a reason. Here's Gotti.
Who?
Here's Braden 5. He still spin over
No,
now
no,
to
no.
Extreme.
Who do they call Mini Wayne?
ADJ.
No, they don't.
Extreme. Spin back out to Braden 5. And
No.
they call him that because Wayne kind of
No,
took
they
him under his
don't.
wing whenever he was
I never did that.
just a young gun in the
In
league.
fact, during ADJ's rookie season, I scored a triple hat trick on him back when he used to play goalie in the playoffs.
Here is
That was
Poop.
just welcome to the league moment.
Here is ADJ as he's moving on in.
Goal
Look at the
for ADJ.
fires! Here is Braden 5 as I believe that Parker will allow a goal. I think that eventually he's going to let a goal in. And I feel like it could be right now. Here's Extreme. He's looking to fire. No! Just went wide.
Now, as you guys know, I do have black magic when I'm in the booth. I can control how the game goes.
He
But
can.
I am going to say this as a word. I don't think Montreal is good enough to get a shot on Parker. if I say that Parker's gonna let in a goal, but Montreal never shoots it on him, my powers are useless.
Yeah, it's been neutralized. Here is ADJ.
Cameron, I'm gonna time you out just for saying that.
Here is Gotti. This one over to Extremi. Now back to Braden 5. Back to Extremi. Distance went over to Braden 5. Braden 5's moving in. Who fires? Save made by Parker. Rebound is right there. Extremi twirl. Save made by Parker. Right there. Clips. Sends one up to Poop. Who loses the puck to Braden 5. Sends one over to Extremi. Who fires and scores. What did I tell ya?
I mean, it's a tails all this time. Ridge, classic. Y'all get it. Everything's
Braden
real to
5!
control the game from inside the booth here.
Yeah. Here's Extremi. He's looking to go Extremi mode. Here's Gotti. Back to Extremi after Braden 5. Goal. Told you! And they scored 3-2. We have cursed Parker once again.
Hey, Kia, Vinny just DM'd me. We need to stop controlling the game.
Stop controlling the game.
Stop controlling the game.
Okay. Here's Extremi. Save made by Parker. They're not gonna get another one on him. Wait, shit. I forgot that we cannot control.
Wait, no, wait. If I remember correctly. Oh yeah, it's when we say I don't think they're gonna get another one that they get one.
Here's Kevy.
Right?
We
It's
have
alright.
just fucked
It's
over
been a while.
Parker.
I'm confused on how my thing works.
Here's Braden 5. I don't
I don't
think
know. Parker looks like he's gonna stop saving shots. I mean, he's gonna stop scoring goals.
yeah.
Parker's gonna stop allowing goals, is what I'm gonna say. Yeah, that's gonna be my prediction.
Yeah.
Game's gonna end. Yeah, something to 2.
Here's Gotti.
I mean, something to
One
3.
over to Extremi.
Something
We
to
need to
2,
bring
my bad.
back the score predictions.
Oh yeah, everyone
What's
in
everyone's
chat.
score predictions? Yeah.
Everyone in chat, please put in your score predictions
Okay,
right
man.
now. Let's get some interest going here.
Here's Supersonic.
Cause it's not like Montreal's doing anything.
Yeah.
Mini ADJ, stop. Camlin, you're timed out. Camlin, no.
Here's Extremi. He sends one up. Here's Super Sunny. Braden 5 in front. Extremi fires off the crossbar.
ADJ says 10-0. I mean, Allie says 10-0, sorry.
Fires. Save made by Kevy. As Camlin has been timed out for 100 seconds.
He'd call me
For-
Mini ADJ, swear to
for-
God.
For bringing to light the fact that you took ADJ under your wing as a forward. Here's Patty. Here's
didn't do
Extremi.
that.
Now it's Braden 5. Who's cutting inside. Looking to fire. Save made by Parker. Sonny.
Braden 5 definitely ain't scoring today.
He's going Braden mode. Here's Extremi. This one over now to Clips. Oh, now to
No,
Clips.
but it seems as this is gonna be the game where our announcer's curse won't work because
I
Montreal can't hold their end of the deal, you know?
yeah. Bleb
Like,
says.
the teams have to be performing for us to start controlling.
Bleb says Wayne's losing control of his power. Everyone is in danger. Here's Braden 5. Extremi fires and scores. 3-3.
Oh, crap, I said they weren't performing. Ah! I was trying to watch my words. Ah.
Well, you've caused to tie up the game.
Bleb's right, I'm losing control of my powers.
I think our first curse was too powerful that it can no longer be reverted.
Oh no. Okay.
I hope our first curse didn't, like, ruin the game. Here's ADJ. He sends one over. Into the second period, going into the third. Wayne, we might have
Crap,
ended
bro.
Parker's game, says Kyle.
I think I should stop saying words. Okay, let's see the score predictions. Bleb says 4-3 Montreal. That could happen. I don't want Montreal to win, though. Allie says 10-0. Yeah, good one, dude.
Nice.
Kyle says 8-3 New York. That could happen. And Camlin says, I think score will be 6-5 New York. And he said nothing else. Before
He said
that.
mini ADJ, I think score will be
No,
3-5.
I don't think he said
Or
that.
6-5.
He didn't say that.
Here's ADJ. Extreme throws him against the glass. ADJ in front. Save made by Kevy.
You know, Kevy's been really shutting down today. I think he's really started to become a really solid goaltender, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. It's just,
All right.
you know, I mean, he's
Y'all
been
mark that down.
absolutely
Y'all
excellent.
mark down what I just said there.
Here's Poop now. He's cutting inside, looking to fire. Save made by Kevy. Here's Poop now. Here's ADJ. Poop now with it again. Digs to the outside. Save made by Kevy. There with the blocker. Here's ADJ again. Here's Poop now. This is put over. Extreme throws him down and takes the puck. He's now moving in, looking to shoot, and it just goes wide. Extreme, here's Braden 5 again. Shooting save made by Parker. Here's ADJ, who sends one up. That one goes up the boards. Addy with it. Here's ADJ again. He sends one over now. Poop. One over. ADJ has it. Here's Extreme. Here is Braden 5. Gotti has it now. Sends one up now to Extreme. Extreme throws it on net. Just goes above. Hand off the crossbar. Here's Braden 5. Sonny with it there. Here's Poop as he just decides to take the puck in his hand and throw it out of the zone. Here's ADJ. He has time and space. Looking to shoot. It just goes high. Here is Patty. He throws one on net. Save made by Parker. Here is Poop.
Ellie, I'm not going to repeat what you said. I don't want to try anything.
Here's Poop. 11 people watching. Welcome. Here is ADJ. Sends one over. Extreme has it there. Here's Extreme. He's looking as he decides to chip one over. ADJ shuts down Extreme, preventing him from going Extreme mode. He loses the puck. Oh my goodness. He overskated it. Braden 5 in front. Shooting. Blocked in front by Sonny. Here is Poop. What the Here's Braden 5. ADJ able to take that one away. The number 1 forward in the league. He throws one on net. Someone just goes
Shut
high.
the fuck up.
Here's ADJ. Here is Braden 5. Who do you think will have the game-winning goal? Go ahead and post that in chat. Could be for either team, but just who do you think will have the game-winning goal? Here is Poop. Moving on in now. Patty with it. People are saying that Braden 5. Here is
You really?
Patty. Here's
I
Extreme.
think. If you ask me, I think. Holy crap. We're not going to talk about how Extreme has 10 and 10 on the defensive end. We're going to talk about how solid of a goaltender Kevy has been
Yeah.
for this Montreal team.
He's been incredible.
He has stepped up for Montreal. I'm really hoping that that's not their actual starting goaltender. But if it is, then that's sad. But if he's not, he has really stepped up for this Montreal team and just doing great things. Faced more shots than Parker. Has a .83.
As Kevy going clutch mode. This is building
Kevy.
up to an Extreme own
Yeah.
goal in overall overtime, says Ali. Here's Extreme.
Kevy now with a .833. Kevy's looking like a mini Linden tonight, yeah.
Yeah. Here's Extreme. Goes to the
So
outside.
yeah, skinny jeans off to Kevy. He's been playing good today.
Trying to cheese a goal. Here is Super Sonny.
Fucking powers.
Sends one over to
Ah.
ADJ. Here is Patty. As he throws it at the back of his head and it goes flying up to Braden 5. Here is Poop.
Poop now the concussion's getting at the ice.
Yeah. Who now has a concussion. Here's Braden 5. Sends one back down to Extreme. A 2-on-2 developing. The Islanders with numbers. Looking as he goes to the outside. Here's Extreme looking to fire, and a save made right there by Parker. Braden 5 in front. Shooting save made by Parker with the blocker. He came out and challenged him. As Clips is going to have to get this puck out of the zone.
God,
25
auto
seconds
Clips,
to
you
go.
suck at lobbing.
Here is ADJ. Sends one over now to Poop. Back to ADJ with a chance. Save made by Kevy. Gotti has it right there. Sends one up. Intercepted there by Poop. He's looking. He has time. Sends one over at AJ. Save made by Kevy again. 10 seconds
Yeah!
left to go. Here's Braden 5. He has a chance. Fires. Blocked out by Super Sonny. We are going to overtime.
We are going to overtime, boys.
How about that? Your first game back calling the game with me. It goes to overtime thanks to our curse. You are
Everyone,
welcome.
yes, we did say that Montreal wasn't performing, and they proceeded to score 3 goals back to back to back. Everyone, put in your prediction. Who's gonna score the game-winning goal? What team? What player? Everyone, put it in right now. I want to see everyone's message. Campbell, you're going to sleep after this. I don't care. Post it. Stay up to play Booger Booger.
Here's Extreme.
Oh my God. Fleb says Braden 5 and triple OT.
Here's ADJ. Sends one over now to Poop. He's on the close
I
side
think Kevy's
boards.
gonna let in goals.
Offside.
Sends
I
one
think
over.
Kevy's gonna let in goals.
I think this is where
I
Kevy.
think Kevy's gonna let in goals.
I think that Kevy.
gonna let in goals.
Here's ADJ. Who sends one up? Gotti with it there. Here's Patty. Who sends one up? Auto Clips with a bad pass. Braden 5 burns his man, but no, Auto Clips stuck with him. Extreme goes Extreme mode and makes him turn it over. He's moving on in. Firing off the crossbar. Did not go. Braden 5 in front. Extreme takes it away. Fire save made by Parker again. His rebound was there.
New York sucks at lobbing, dude.
He sends one over. They call Braden 5 the overtime driller because he likes to drill in overtime.
Really fucking don't, bro.
Because he has a construction job.
You keep making up stuff.
Here is Gotti. He sends one back to Braden 5. Here's Extreme.
But it really goes to say, Parker was talking to me. He said New York does really good in the first period, and then they just fall off. New York definitely fall off today, I would say. As all 3 of their goals coming in the first period, and Montreal coming back, and now New York's left on their high horse. Like, whoa, yeah, it's a playoff game, dude.
Here's Poop.
Anyways. All 3 of their goals coming in the first period, and now they're fighting what seems to be a losing battle. A lot of the time is spent in New York's defensive zone.
Here's Extreme. Sends one over to Braden 5, who tries to cut inside, but Clips is there. Sends one up now to Poop. Now back over to ADJ. 40 seconds left to go in this overtime period. Here we are now. Poop with it. Sends one over now to ADJ, who fires. Saved it by Kevy right there. ADJ in front! Almost went into the back of the net, but he saved it. That kind of looked like a Wayne shot. Right there. Here's Braden 5.
I don't know what that means. Extremely looking really
Extreme
good. this
fires.
series.
Save made right there with the glove. Here's Braden 5 again. ADJ has it. As here is
Oh,
ADJ.
crap.
Poop now with a chance. ADJ one-timer save made by Kevy. As
Oh
the
no!
overtime
Do you know what
winds.
this means?
Double overtime. We're going to 2 overtime. As the overtime driller Braden 5 is leading in predictions to win it. Wayne, what's your prediction?
Personally, I wouldn't put my money on Montreal right now. That's what I'm gonna say.
I hope and pray
I wouldn't put my money.
on this game.
I wouldn't put my money on Montreal. I don't know. Montreal's getting most of the shots.
Oh!
That might be the worst one yet. That might be the worst one yet.
That might be the worst one. That.
Oh crap. Parker's gonna have my head today.
Yeah. Parker is gonna kill me. Oh, yeah.
Weapon's in my Twitch stream after refusing to play for us, saying he was pissed off and that he won't play for Detroit. Yeah, good one, dude. But yeah, I apologize to the New York team who is now only up 3-2. You're gonna have 2 games to commentate tomorrow. Oh crap. Parker, you didn't hear what I said, did you?
Hey there, Parker.
The lights are brighter than I expected.
Parker, you're gonna watch the VOD.
I'm a fucking failure. That was terrible.
No, Parker, you're gonna watch the VOD when we end the stream, and you're gonna be very mad at me. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dude.
I'm sorry.
Vin told me in the third period to stop putting my blocker up on those. And then I put my blocker down, and I almost let it in 2, and then I let in the third.
That's
Oh
for
my
a double
fuck.
hitter.
Dude, we were fucking choking. We got a Hattie, and then we just couldn't do anything.
Yeah, you were talking to
Oh,
me.
man.
You said we score all of our goals in the first period, and tail is all this time. It's like you predicted it. Parker, what changes in the first period to the second that just causes you to start sucking, your offense to start sucking, and most importantly, your defense to start collapsing? You to
I think it
start
was just the
sucking
nerves.
especially.
Yeah, I know. It was the nerves. My team did good in the first period, and then we got the lead, and then we just couldn't do anything. You know, we were in our defensive zone majority of the time. After that, we couldn't get any good shots. Fuck, it was just bad overall. We were all nervous. ADJ couldn't win a face-off. We couldn't do anything. It was just nerves overall. I think after that first period, we got the lead. We started just noticing everything was bad, and then I started playing bad after we just couldn't get it out. I think it was just all the nerves. Fuck, that was just terrible. That's like all I have to say. It was just the nerves, and the lights were brighter than I expected. I just couldn't hold it. I just choked it.
Or just pulled
That was
a,
fucking terrible.
just
It was
pulled
terrible.
Parker.
That was terrible.
Wow.
That
Well,
was so
Parker,
bad.
I think that we did you a favor tonight. I think that ultimately you will bounce back. Here coming into this next game as you are only up 3-2 now. Parker, do you think you're choking this series?
I
Do you think you're choking the series, Parker? You was up
I don't want to
3
answer
nothing.
that.
Are you choking the series?
I don't want to answer that. That's
Parker does not want to
I
answer
don't wanna-
that question.
I
Parker.
I don't want to answer that.
Wow.
That was terrible.
Wow.
Please.
All I have
Well,
to say.
Parker, oh my God, Allie predicted it as well. Allie said when we were putting in our score predictions, if it's a half court, I'm dead. LOL. Boy, oh boy, that's funny.
Wow, Parker, I think that
Parker, what fucking happened?
I'm just disappointed.
You should
Parker
be.
is extremely
But most importantly, I don't want to put all the blame on you here, Parker.
No,
I would like to put. No, you played a great game when all is said and done. Parker, having a .810 in this RHL game, especially in the playoffs, you cannot be mad at that. Not at all. But sometimes you suck.
Yeah.
Not you, but your team specifically. Sorry, I worded that wrong.
As Chunge
but-
Bleb says that Parker felt the extreme mode.
Parker,
Well,
you kind of went
dude.
extreme mode that game.
I got
Extreme
extremely
mode
motivated.
got to you, man.
Extreme says he goes extreme mode. Parker, do the double header. Says Ali, people want you to do the double header, Parker. Parker, people
We
want
want
the
a
double
doubleheader,
header.
Parker.
He's been asking Extreme. He's already saying no.
Okay.
I want it. I don't know if I do. I think I would. It would be fine, but I know Extreme doesn't want to. That's a monumental comeback win. Oh, it's terrible. That's just terrible. That's 2 times we've lost in overtime.
Extremy's being a dumb broad and not double-headering. Everyone watching the stream, everyone blame Extreme for not having the first doubleheader in Ridge history. I'd like you to mention when. Do we make our announcement right now, or?
I think I think I think it's good to make the announcement. Yeah.
All right, Johnny. No trash talking Parker. I would like you guys to heed my word for this announcement I have to make.
Since
We have
everyone's watching
something
right now, yeah.
big in the works. We
Never
are
seen before.
announcing. Well, technically seen before, but not nearly as good. We are announcing, as subsidiaries and members of the Ridge Programming Network, we are reinstating and adding a second continuation to the famed Ridge Rumble!
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! 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 Yeah!
Mini 80J, let's go.
Him meet
So,
you.
yeah, Cameron, you're out of here. So, the second Ridge Rumble 2, as we like to call it personally, is going to be, we're going to have an official thing. It is going to be a 3-day event of Ridge streams that includes the first game being the All-Star game. This will take place right after, if not around a couple days after the finals. It's going to be during the offseason. The All-Star game. And then on the second day, it will be the skills competition, which you guys seem to have liked the first time. We'd like to bring it back. And finally, the third game, now that I have Captain Perms and I'm able to, what's the word? I'm able to finally moderate these things. We are going to be bringing back the infamous Ridge National match.
Yep, absolutely, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm especially looking forward to the skills competition since we had a lot of good feedback on that in particular. We plan on making that in particular tournament a little bit better moderator, a little bit better in general. Now that we have Captain Perms, or specifically Wayne as Captain Perms, we do not have to rely on the bots as much in order to make these events work, which just makes everything flow a lot smoother because we're smarter than the bots. Wayne, if you want to continue with your announcement.
So, like last time, the Ridge National match, we're gonna have our official rules and lineups posted in an official marking that happens the day before the Ridge Rumble, and we're gonna be giving a breakdown of what's all gonna happen for the Ridge Rumble. So the day before that, technically it's gonna be a 4-day event, but you guys are gonna have to tune in for our information breakdown, which is gonna be an RHL's Finest episode, which is gonna contain all the information. But it is going to be a 5v5 with a goaltender. Like the game was meant to be played, very defense heavy, containing the best players of the USA and Canada going head to head. Again, if you guys remember, Canada won the first game 1-0, but that was around 2 months ago now.
Yeah, and we have not
Both
done
teams
one
have
since.
gotten better. Both teams have gotten a lot better, and the dynamic has changed, and we cannot wait to see you guys there.
Absolutely, and if it is received well, then we could follow these that 4 to 3 streams up with multiple RHL's Finest episodes regarding each of the feedback and each of the suggestions or ways to make these events better, and it will all be inside of an RHL's Finest episode. So what I mean by that is, okay, let's say the skills competition, and there's something that you guys want to improve. You can DM us, and then we go live, and then we read out the suggestions. We talk about the suggestions here as the Ridge Council, and then we figure everything out from there. Me and Wayne inevitably make the decisions. So I think that would be a good idea. I think that would be something that you guys would like, and something that could also help us make better events and keep these moderated better as well.
And most importantly, not only just getting these events better, but making it more watchable and more enjoyable for the audience, which is what Ridge caters towards. Personally, I cannot wait to see you guys there. I am so excited. This is shaping up to be our biggest Ridge event ever. Succeeded by the Ridge Rumble 1, which broke our viewing records. So now adding a bunch of a bunch of crap to it. We hope to see all of you guys there.
Yeah.
And that's all I have.
All right, absolutely. Everybody, say sorry to Parker for making him lose tonight. Camlin, what is your what are you doing, Camlin?
Huh?
No,
Parker, Cameron, you said you couldn't show. Well, what's that about? Tomorrow.
Oh, I can't show it tomorrow
Why?
because I'm doing something.
Yeah, sure, bro.
Okay.
Parker,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in.
apologize.
Oh, sorry.
Parker, I apologize for doing that to you. You'll see what I did in the VOD later.
Just
But
send me a clip of that.
All right,
you
ladies
played
and
a great
gentlemen.
game.
Thank
I
you
can't
all
wait
for
to see
tuning
you
in.
tomorrow.
I'm Kia.
I'm Wade.
And I'm Parker.
Thank you all for tuning in. We're going to be signing off here tonight. Goodbye.
Fuck!